All right, next up in our comic oral interpretation finals, performing I Love Everybody by Laurie Notaro is Lexine.
Judges ready? Time ready? I was about to do a bad thing. I knew it'd end. I just couldn't help it. As soon as I saw that big fat hand reach up and grab the last 2 chocolate chip cookies from the sample tray, I knew it was my signal. I was going in for the kill. I'm a bad girl and I can prove it. It's something that we struggle with daily. Annoying people. You know those people. They cut in line, are rude to you, talk loudly, interrupt you. I could go on and on. Well, one girl decided that a new perspective on others would solve her problem. Her new mantra, I love everybody, by Laurie Notaro. I'm not exactly a people person. Not exactly. You see, when I was born, God gave me an ounce of patience that was supposed to last me a lifetime, but it turns out I used all of it up during the first week. I would classify myself as a pointer outer of extraordinary acts of incredible foolishness. Some people will call these experiences meltdowns, but I would rather consider them opportunities to enlighten. Oh, for example, if you are sitting behind me in a movie and you feel the need to converse as freely as if you are in your living room, I will shh you. And then I will ask you for $10. If you cut me off in traffic, then suddenly slam your brakes for no apparent reason, I will scream maniacally and then point my finger at you. If you try to sneak in 2 weeks worth of groceries through the express line and think that no one will notice, I will look at your cart, look at you, and then shake my head in utter and obvious disgust. I am done tolerating your type. I have the ability to count to 15, and I will use it on you. If I see you allow your dog to take a poop in my yard, I will query, hey, can I have your address? Because my dog will probably have to crap too, and I'm bringing her to your house to do it. So I guess I am mean. I can admit that much. But I hatched a brilliant, magnificent plan. I would immediately embark on life as a nice people person. So I practiced smiling and nodding. And what a piece of cake! I felt I was ready to embark on a new phase of my life titled, I Love Everybody. And it was going to be a good day to test out my new niceness as I was headed out to Costco to pick up my nephew's birthday cake. I got to the bakery counter, and as the baker was in the process of getting my cake, another customer, a lady with big hair and very tanned arms, came to the counter and yelled, waving her diamond-encrusted hand at the bakery lady, Ma'am, I only have a question, and this will only take a second. I'll be right with you. I'm sure this girl can wait. This will only take a second, and it's important. That carrot cake that you have over there, do you have any without walnuts? I can't eat walnuts. I am peanut sensitive. I took a deep breath. My tongue gets very big, very swollen. I have a reaction because of an allergy, and it could almost kill me. Maybe you should try a chocolate cake then. No, I can't. I'm gonna diet. The peanut hate her, turned her cart, and rolled away before I could walk over and punch her. Now, finally, with cake in hand, I sped toward the exit. I was making really good time and was almost through the freezer section when my speedy progress came to a complete halt due to a lady in front of me, pushing her cart at a snail's pace. I tried to get around her several times, but oncoming traffic at the freezer section was at a bottleneck. I tightly clutched the handle of my own cart, chanting with a clenched jaw over and over again like a mantra. I love everybody, I love everybody, I love everybody, I love everybody. When I was merely 2 steps behind her, I could no longer hold it in. My bounty paper towel of patience could sop up no more. I let it out, loud and clear, so the slow walker would absolutely hear. Here's an idea! Why don't you just drop to all fours and crawl through the store? That just might be slower. And it worked. She did indeed hear me. She turned to look at me, although she couldn't turn too much because that would have ripped the tube that was connected to her oxygen tank. Sitting in her cart. Right out of her nose. I knew I had just RSVP'd for my own personal spot in hell, right next to the skin pit. 40 minutes into my nice person experiment, and I was already out of the game. I should be ashamed of myself. I couldn't even be nice for a whole hour. Well, that's when I found myself square in front of the sample ladies. Free food. Well, I smiled the biggest grin I had all day when I saw the sample lady was cutting up delicious-looking cookies. And I nodded at her as I helped myself to one. Someone from behind them suddenly bumped me, and without an "excuse me" or "pardon me," I saw a big tan diamond-encrusted arm that looked awfully familiar grab 2 cookie pieces like a goblin, then suddenly retreat. I turned around and there she was, her big head opening wide to pop in the cookie bits. I waited until she chewed a couple of times and I saw her swallow. I was a bad girl. A bad girl with nothing to lose. These are the most wonderful cookies I have ever eaten in my life, I said, then turned to the chewing head, who nodded vigorously in agreement. It was then here that I embarked on a huge opportunity to enlighten with a bold-faced, nutty lie. Don't you just love chocolate chip walnut cookies? I am crazy about these walnuts. And with that, I turned back to the sample lady and smiled. That is a delightful hairnet and apron you're wearing. Thank you.